Hey guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today we're going to be playing with the BetterPress, but we're going to be doing BetterPress with foil, which you know I love to do. But this time I'm also going to be trying it out with this super intricate plate and vellum. Now, if you watched my Glimmer of the Month video that was just out not too long ago, you know that I tried out, although I can't remember if I've done it before. I may have. Anyhow, I tried out Glimmer with foil, with a Glimmer plate, and it turned out fabulous. This plate is more intricate than that one was, so I'm going to give it a try and see how this one does on vellum. Now, I'm covering the entire plate with that and putting down my piece of vellum and then covering the top. And then we're going to see. I'm going to go ahead and hit the button. Actually, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it back on. I'm taking the vellum off. I don't want my vellum to warp any more than it has to. It's going to warp. I already know that, but I don't want it to warp too bad. So I think I'm going to go ahead and let's heat the plate up a couple of times because this is a big plate. It's going to take a lot of heat, okay? And then once it's gone through the second heat up, it's already kind of warm. But let's have it heat up a second time, then we'll put our foil and vellum on. So we'll see how that does. Okay, so it has had plenty of time. Let's add our foil to the top. Shiny side down. You always do the matte side, the adhesive side touching your card, or in this case, vellum. So I'm going ahead and putting that down, and I'm going to put these back over the top and hit the timer, and once that goes off, we'll run it through our die cutting machine. Okay, let's run this through and see how that design does. I was real pleased with the floral that was the Glimmer of the Month, so I'm hoping that this one is going to do as well. Okay, so looking at this, again, I can see the impressions. It's not really bold like what I see on cardstock a lot of times. And part of that is vellum. Part of it is probably just that it is a matte gold, and I typically use the really shiny stuff. So let's let this cool a little bit. It's cooling down pretty quick, which is good. And then we will take a look and see how that does, and then decide how we're going to adhere this down onto a card. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. You can't really see it. Let me put it, there we go. Now you can see it. Look at that. That makes me think of like wedding invitations and such. That is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, give me a minute. And we will be putting this on a card. Okay, I am going to, I've got it face down on my scoreboard. I'm a little iffy on that just because I don't want any of that yumminess to come off. But what I'm going to do is I am going to do a little bit of a score there just to make it fold a little bit easier for me. Okay, so you can see the fold. So let's go ahead and fold that back onto itself. Okay. So here we go. There's our image. And then I'm going to tuck this piece of blue cardstock in. And then I think I'm going to create this as an overlay, I think. Nope, I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to do what we did the last time. I'm going to adhere it down and then adhere it down. So we're going to have, it's going to be a kind of a, I mean, this is a navy, but it's going to be kind of a light blue there. And that way I can make sure that it doesn't rip off or anything. I guess I'm just over cautious. So let's go ahead and grab out our double-sided adhesive again. This is the same thing that we did with our Glimmer, except this is a bigger piece of cardstock, of course. And I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of strips right down here And I just had another thought too, because I want it to look a little more different. I kind of want to have that. I'm going to put this onto a black card base. You could do this onto a white card base too. You could do this onto a gold card base. Whatever you wanted to do. But I'm going to put it onto a black card base, which means I'm going to need to trim this down because I want it to be a little bit smaller than my card base. So just trimming the blue panel down to 4 by 5 1/4. Then we're going to pop that inside there. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with this side. We're going to just add a couple of pieces of double-sided tape. Burnish those down. Take off the release paper. And fold it over the edge just like the other side, right? Okay, there we go. So here's what our panel looks like. I love that shine. Okay, now we need to trim it down a little bit more because the vellum is still overlapping a little bit, right? So we need to trim this down to about where the cardstock is. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So now I'm going to pop it up onto my black card base, and we're going to have that little bit of black all the way around. And I think this time I'm going to go straight down with my double-sided tape. Okay, so now this time what I'm going to do, now like I said, I usually do my foam and it works fabulously. I'm going to be a little extra cautious and do something I haven't done in a bit, and that is I'm going to use these little handles that you can make when you're using any kind of tape adhesive on your cards. You just fold it up most of the way. And you have those little handles on the edge and ends so that you can position everything with them before pressing anything down. Now, one thing I do want you to notice is that I didn't go on the same side. You could, but I like doing it like this so I know exactly where everything's going to be. It's going to be super easy. Okay, I want the big flower to be up at the top. So I'm going to just place it right about there. Checking the bottom to make sure I've got a little bit of extra on the side, which I do. And I'm going to say that that is close enough. Press it down, and then I'm just going to pull all of those little tails off. So now everything is adhered down. And it looks like I got a little bit of a rip up there, but that's okay. But isn't that gorgeous? And then I've got a sentiment I'm going to put right in the middle there, again, on some double-sided tape. This is an elegant and simple card. I'm loving this. And like I mentioned in my Glimmer video, I'm using the double-sided tape for using on the vellum because vellum is a form of plastic. It's non-porous, so if I try to use, say, liquid glue, it may or may not stick. You never know for sure. And I think this foil turned out fabulous on black too. Look at that. So, so, so pretty. Okay, that is going to finish up our BetterPress of the month. Yeah, I'm loving that. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.